Happy Friday, Marvin neighbors. It's Friday, September 19th. Hope you're having a great week. I briefly want to just do a prelude video on roads. Now, my running mate, Fred Ilarraza, who's running for Marvin Council with Angel Martin and Tom Eck under the Marvin United slate, Fred's going to do some fantastic videos on educating all of us on the cost to maintain these roads in our village. Here's a real quick prelude on how we got here. About 10 years ago, the Village of Marvin entered into a deal with the NCDOT to basically take over roads. That means neighborhood streets and state roads that run through our village. Over the last decade, the roads have just kind of been the way they are. We've invested in roundabouts as a village, but the check's going to come due here on some of these streets that are looking pretty dicey. Some of the roads, potholes and cracks, and you see the condition when you drive down, the roads of the village. So giving these roads back to the state is extremely difficult to do. You have to have a certain standard that they have to be at when you give them back, and there's no guarantee the state will actually take them back. So we've been straddled with this as a village, and it's a massive expenditure over 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And we're still going through what the amortization cost would be over the long term. And Fred's going to dial down the numbers, per foot or per mile of what it costs to maintain these roads, whether with sealant or whether with complete resurfacing and whatnot. And I'm going to leave that to him. But I wanted you to know how we got here and how it's going to be difficult to give these roads back. And with the limited revenue that we have in our village, it's about $3 million a year. It'll be a little bit more after these tax increases that this current village council and mayor have supported. And they're doing that because we voted the GO bond down by 80% in our village, and now this spend is coming back to us in spades. I think we can avoid tax increases if we control spend in this village and we get our priorities straight as a village on how we want our tax dollars spent. And I think we go directly to you and the residents of Marvin to say, hey, roads are really important to us, but greenways not so much. So we have to pick how we want to spend our budgeted dollars so we can keep taxes low in this village. So with that being said, I would appreciate it if you went to marvinunited.com and read about the platform that myself and the 3 other candidates that are running for Marvin Council basically support. Lower taxes, smart growth, and strengthening the bond and the relationship between the residents of Marvin and our village council. Which is not a strong bond right now. It's a very divisive village, and we are unifiers. We want to unify it, and we think we can do that pretty quickly by how we listen, how we communicate, and how we plan and collaborate with the residents of Marvin on what we think is best for where we live. So thank you for your support. I am Joe Barbara. I would appreciate your support on November 4th, 2025, and so would Fred, Angel, and Tom. Thanks, and have a great weekend.